It's the longest video of the year.
Yeah?
Ooh. Oh boy, howdy. Well, oh god, it's going to be one of those videos, isn't it?
Probably.
Oh boy, welcome to The Cup, the currently unnamed podcast where we put the tea in reality usually. You can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy, say something gay, and I'm drinking Monster because if you couldn't tell, I'm really fucking tired.
Good. And I am Anissa Long, also known as Sam JMV, also known as Sam DeMontevideo, your fellow friendly 5'3" trans non-binary Filipino Canadian mentally unstable hot mess hailing all the way from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Scarborough, if you want to be specific. I'll see if I can fit the rest of it later in my headline, but well, Brady, if you want to be more specific than that. And today I just have water. Again, much needed water.
Mm-hmm.
I should really get myself one of those jugs.
I really think you should. It would decrease your amount of single-use plastic.
That is true.
So, look at me because I worked for an environmental justice organization for 2 years. Yeah, we're here for Serbia. It is time to find the successor to Bratislava. 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 Mono. And I remember when we did Serbia last year, we were both like, what the fuck is this entry? And then it became maybe my favorite.
That's truly what it was for both of us. Like, I think once we entered, everyone's traveling over to Turin, or not even Turin yet, like all the pre-parties, the X amount of pre-parties, Erzio calling, London calling, all that. Like that's when I feel like the both of us really started like getting incorporación.
We were like, what is this woman constructa? And why the hell did everyone pick her? Like, what?
Yeah.
But no, I loved it. And we're going to see who will be succeeding her. It will not be anything close to Incorporación because there's nothing like that in this selection this year.
No.
But what we do have is 32 songs.
Yeah. I mean, it's easier than 36 songs.
That is true. Last year was 36. So, Pesma za Evroviziju. I said that wrong. Sorry to the people of Serbia. Will be happening with 2 semifinals on March 1st and March 2nd. Both semifinals will be a 50-50 jury and public vote, with the final happening on March 4th, also being 50-50. 8 songs will qualify from each semifinal, giving us 16 songs in the final. I have to say, overall, this wasn't a bad listen. There's just a lot of songs, but there's some really, really good ones in the mix here.
I'll also say there was a lot of dance tracks this year. I don't know if it's just me, but there's a lot of dance tracks this year.
I think that's, again, the continued influence of Chanel, I would say, honestly.
Sure, yeah.
Because we've seen a lot of dance and we've seen a lot of rock this year. And that kind of echoes like the last couple of years where, Måneskin did very, very well. Chanel did very, very well. And so I think we're going to just continue to see things like that moving forward. Whatever the big successful song is this year, I think we're going to see versions of that moving forward.
Sure. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I do love the entries like Incorporación. I wish there was something along those similar lines here.
I think there's one that we'll talk about that I see maybe could have a similar staging. Not that it sounds anything like it.
Okay. Well, we're gonna dive in. We're gonna start. We're gonna do running order by semifinal because we have that. Thank you, Serbia.
Thank you.
So we are gonna be starting with Mattia Zanatta and Angela Kassiani. The song is Novi, Svet, or New World.
They both have amazing voices.
They do. The vocal was my favorite part of this song. And I'm going to be honest, it was the only part of the song I enjoyed.
I couldn't agree more, actually.
This starts an interesting trend that we're seeing in PZE this year, where a lot of songs went for this almost like discordant, over-the-top production value.
Right.
It feels like this song is at 100 the whole time.
Agreed.
Their voices, the discordance really hit me right before the beat drop in the chorus. I was just like, what is happening with the vocal mixing? I was so confused.
Yeah.
I like the way their voices sound separately. But there's just too much happening that it drowns out the vocal, unfortunately.
Yeah, like overall to me, I put it's okay. Like the vocals are amazing, but I feel like the music kind of is what turned me off about it because it starts very mellow, like like a typical song, like it starts quieter and then it ends up like picking up, the energy picks up, and but for this it just like stays there the entire time. I also want to give flowers to Angela to hitting that soprano C.
A great note.
She hit that amazingly.
Yeah. Yep. Not for me. But we will talk about more songs that kind of do this very similar thing. And I was I'm just gonna say not a fan of that. So next we have Adem Mehmedović. The song is Osmeh or Smile.
He's really cute.
Sure.
I'll start it off with that. I like the pianos that are going on. I like the background vocals. He's got a decent voice. There's just something that is not kind of something about it that I feel like is a bit off. It could be some of the auto tune that was used. It could be because that was like my main like critique from it. Also, for some reason, it's like I've heard kind of in terms of context, in comparison and in contrast with the music, I felt a bit of a disconnect there.
The verses and the chorus feel like different songs.
Yeah,
that was like the first thing I wrote down. I also wrote I think he has a nice voice. My difficulty is just that it's very monotonous and his vocals don't go a whole lot of places.
Yeah.
So I find myself honestly forgetting about the song, even though like when I listen to it, I'm like, oh, this is fine. But
once we get like deeper into the running order, it does fade for sure.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Next, I think it's Nađa. Nađa. I don't know. I'm so sorry, love. But the song is Moj prvi ožiljak na duši, I think. I have never claimed to be an expert in the Serbian language.
Neither have I.
In English translates to the first scar on my soul.
Okay, so she kind of stands out. I kind of like this. I actually really
enjoy it. I enjoy it.
No, she's got an amazing voice.
Yes.
And you get to hear it like within like the first 30 seconds, but she comes in with like this slight like rasp in her voice, which I think is a really nice touch. I love the music that's going on. I think it's a very solid entry. It's very like singer-songwriter vibe, and I kind of like it.
Totally.
I mean that in like the best way possible. I wish we heard more of that, like lower range, more of her lower range, because I don't think we got to hear that in here.
I agree. I think it's a perfectly well put together song. My favorite part was actually the staccato moments in the chorus. I thought that really stood out for me. Overall, it's a very nice, lovely song. I enjoyed listening to it. And I think she's got a great vocal.
Yeah.
Next up is Tijana Dapčević. Now, Tijana is the first of several artists. In fact, what is it? Nine artists that we'll be talking about today that are making their return to a Serbian national selection. Tijana goes a little bit further. Tijana actually is a former Eurovision representative. She competed for the former Yugoslavic Republic of Macedonia in 2004 with the song To the Sky, and finished 13th in her semifinal, so she did not qualify for the final. She also competed in PZE last year with a song that I really remember enjoying, Ljubi Ljubi Doveka.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, we both really
enjoyed the title. I remember enjoying.
Yeah, and she finished 11th in the final.
Oh, not bad, not bad.
No. Her song this year is Mamim, or I Lure. I love this song.
It's like, it's weird in the best way possible.
It feels like, okay, you know how I feel like Ross Matthews now. You know when? No. You know in like very stereotypical movies about like Egypt or something, when they have like the person play the little flute and the snake comes out.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of the vibe I was getting with this.
Yeah, sure.
Bit. But in the best possible way. I love her vocal. Music off the bat I thought was really fun. There's a lot of dynamic. Her voice is fun. Overall, like, this is a song I've listened to a few times now. Definitely one of my standouts from PZE.
This is a song that I'll definitely remember from going on as we continue to talk more. But I really like the vibe of it all because it's so unique. There's something very unique about this. And I can't put my finger on it. I really like the music. It's a lot of fun. My vocals are the favorite part about it, though, especially in the background vocals. Like towards the second half, you can hear her doing all these like high ad libs.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of living for that.
Definitely. Yeah, I hope she can make a final again. I think this stands a chance. Depending on what her staging is like. We know she has a good live vocal because, I mean, she's competed at Eurovision, so work, Tijana.
Work, Tijana.
Next is Princ, who goes, his name is like Stefan something, but I guess his stage name is Princ.
Not the name, no.
I don't know. The song is Svetsta Istoka, or Flower from the East.
I really like this.
I enjoy this a lot.
Yep. First of all, he's hot. It's giving.
Oh, I may or may not have first followed him on Instagram yesterday.
And I will do that after we record. This song. Okay, so luckily Eurovision World gave us like a translation because Google Translate doesn't exactly do the best job at it.
No.
Yeah. So I think this was one of the ones where one of the many actually that gave us like a decent translation. And the songwriting itself kind of seems like something I'd expect out of like Spain or Italy or Portugal. But obviously it's like there's a huge like Serbian influence on it. It's one of the ones where I felt like it's very very like Southeastern European, kind of around that area of Europe, which Serbia is a part of.
Balkans.
Is it the Balkans? It's the Balkans,
I believe, yeah.
Because because I know that's like Albania, Romania, Moldova, if you will, as well.
Yeah.
Is that the Balkans?
Yeah.
I don't know geography. Okay. I almost compared it to almost like a Kele meets Always.
Oh, okay.
And I love both of those songs, so
yeah. Yeah, I enjoy this. The vocal was good. It builds really beautifully. The scream at the end kind of caught me off guard in the best possible way.
He has to nail that scream.
Yeah, I was like, work. I love it. Yeah, it's really good. We're gonna move on to a double dose of Philips.
Yes.
For some reason, they're back to back in the running order. This is Filip Baloš with Novi plan, drugi san, or New Plan, Another Dream.
I kind of like this too. I enjoy this.
This is fine. It just, again, it's too much. And it stays too much the whole time.
Sure.
Like, that's honestly where my problem is, because I'm just like, this is like, I think it's a good song. I think the vocal is good. The music production is good. But I need an ebb and flow. I don't just want my ears to be bleeding after 3 minutes of listening to this song.
Yeah.
I literally had to turn the volume on my computer down when I listened to this song.
Yeah. No, I also kind of had that same feeling, but whatever it was giving, like I really enjoyed. Like I love the vibe of it all. I love these fast lyrics, almost like a mejores kind of thing.
Sure.
Let's see. Oh, the second half of the second verse, I think that part was my favorite, where he goes to the fast lyrics and then he goes up to the falsetto.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was really cool. I just wish there was less production on his voice.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a potential.
Yeah, I agree. I just wish there was a little bit more variety in the production than we got to.
For sure.
But, yeah. Let's talk about our other Filip Žmaher with, oh, Lord Jesus.
Čujemo
sutra. Čujemo sutra. I'm going to say it the way that I don't know what the accent, sorry. Is it part of, like, no, I'm not going to go there. In English, talk to you tomorrow.
I think this is one of the ones where we get to hear this, like, 80 synth kind of thing.
I was like, oh boy, we're going back to Eurovision 1990 or 1970 something. When Serbia wasn't even competing.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's like back when it's not even like Serbia and Montenegro.
Literally. This was not for me.
It's not for me either.
Yeah. The vocal is good though. I want to acknowledge it. The vocal is good.
No, I can agree.
Yeah, it's just not my absolute favorite thing in the world.
Yeah, mainly my favorite part was that 80s synth that we kind of get, throwing us all the way back to the synth era.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't go much. It doesn't go many places musically, but congrats on being in the selection.
Congrats. Wish you the best.
Now, next up is Luke Black. The song is Samo, spava. I just want to sleep. Now, I've seen a lot of people talking about this song online.
Yeah.
It's not for me.
I'm going to say the same. It's not for me either.
And again, I'm going to say the same thing. It's way too overproduced.
I agree. First of all, he's really cute. Second thing, why is he holding a lobster in this video?
I don't care. It's camp and I love it.
It actually is kind of camp. Yeah. I feel like it's all gonna be on the staging. This was the one where like I mentioned earlier in the video, I would hope this being like a very like artsy kind of staging, because I feel like I could see that with this song.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy the moments where like where the whole thing is less produced, but those are few and far between, unfortunately, in this song. Yeah, it's not for me, unfortunately.
I could see why it's getting all the hype. It's just, again, not for me.
Yeah. I think the production that it does have, even though it is too much production, I think the song sounds good in most places. Again, there's just that discordant sort of effect that I guess we're seeing a lot. We've seen a lot, honestly, in this national selection season. It's just not my favorite thing. But I think the vocal is good. I just wish it was about 50% less production.
Yeah. I agree.
Next up is Angellina with the song Lanac or Chain. Now, Angellina is another of our returning contestants to PZE. She competed last year with one of my absolute favorite songs, Origami. If you remember Origami.
I don't think I do. I can't say I do.
It was incredibly overshadowed by Muscardina.
Sure.
But it was like along those same lines. She got 4th overall.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, it was one of I remember ranking it very, very high when we did it because I loved that song. I have it on my playlist. I still listen to it. This is very, very different from Origami, but I love this.
I'm a big fan of this, actually. I'm not gonna lie. Upon first listen, I was like, okay. And then I ended up like having a washing break, like taking a washing break, and then I ended up coming back mid song, and then played it back, listened to it again, and I'm like, wait, this is actually kind of cool. I really like this. Amazing voice. I love the vibe of it. I would love to hear this like live and on stage.
Yeah.
I wish there wasn't so much production on her voice though.
See, this is a level of production I don't mind personally. This is kind of the sweet spot where I'm like, okay, I can deal with this, but I am excited to hear. I hope her vocals have improved. That was the one thing I remember from her live performance of Origami last year, was that the vocals could be a little bit stronger.
Yeah.
But I think she stands a really good shot. I think this is a really fun song. A solid, dramatic pop song with a good vocal. And sometimes that's really all you need for Eurovision.
For sure.
I think there's a lot of things that they could do with staging for this. I like this a lot.
I like this a lot as well.
Next, we have Empathy Soul Project with the song Indigo.
Proving to us why Sunstroke Project is the better of all the projects we've had.
Wow. Again, not for me.
It's
all I wrote is it's a perfectly whatever rock song.
Yeah.
Like,
it's giving intelligent music project.
It is. I didn't want to say it, but it is. I will be honest though, that song has grown on me. It came on my shuffle because I shuffled all of my music, and I guess I had it downloaded because I downloaded all of the songs from last year.
Oh, okay.
And Intention came on, and I was like, oh, and then I was like, wait, this isn't horrible.
No, it wasn't bad. It's just
not good.
Yeah. And I feel the same way about this. It has some potential. Like, I like the vibe, and I really enjoy the music. It just doesn't do a whole lot for me. It's kind of
there's nothing that stands out for me personally in this song. Yeah, I mean, Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna move next to Stefan Shy, Od Jastuka do Jastuka, from Pillow to Pillow.
Wait, od jastuka do jastuka.
Od Jastuka do Jastuka.
I'm gonna guess as well. He's really cute.
Well,
I think he is. I really like the song as well.
I enjoy this a lot.
I enjoy this a lot.
Yeah, this is a really good song.
I think this is kind of the level of production that I would like, that I don't mind.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
Also it translates to pillow to pillow, from pillow to pillow.
I said that.
Oh, did you?
I did.
My dumbass. Okay.
It happens. No, I really, the vibe was really good. What stood out for me, beside his vocal, because I think he's a really interesting tone. The other thing that stood out was the percussion. Obviously, I mean,
the percussions were cool.
It really benefits this song, and I really enjoy it.
I also feel like this is a great way to incorporate kind of those like Eastern European instruments that we got to hear throughout this song. I really enjoy the trumpets in here as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great dance track.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. I think this is gonna stand out. It doesn't really sound like anything else specifically in this selection, and I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, he's got a very distinct voice, and I think that also like stands out.
Yeah, I enjoy it a lot. Next up, Herkenschluss. I don't know. The song is Vremenska Zona, or Time Zone.
I like elements about it.
I said that the intro music, like the first 10 seconds, sounded like Jolene.
Yeah, I was gonna say what, and I like it for that too. Like I got very much like a country-esque vibe. The vocals sound great together. The female soloist has a great voice. I enjoy the violin solo. I found that there was a lot of color added onto it. Like in terms of all the chromatic harmonies kind of thing we get into. Keys we get into chords we don't necessarily expect going throughout, like a normal song kind of thing. Not that I'm calling this a normal song, because I think it's actually far from that. The harmonies are very tight and also colorful, much like the music. I think there could have been more energy to it, though.
It's a no for me. It's not my favorite. I literally just wrote down bum bum bum, because I'm like, that's like half the song. I don't know. It didn't do much for me. I thought some of the vocals didn't necessarily sound the best together. And that might be mixing, and that might be other factors. I just didn't love a lot of it together.
Sure.
But it's a solid song. Just not for me.
Sure.
Let's move to Savo Perovic with Presidente.
Serbia's on a Spanish train now.
Even though the song, I think there's like 2 lines in Spanish.
Yeah.
I'm interested to hear what you think about this.
Oh, okay. I know. Okay. First of all, he's really cute.
I also thirst followed him on Instagram.
Great. I enjoyed the vibes. I thought the vocals were nice. I really enjoyed the chanting. I think that was my favorite part of it.
Mm-hmm.
For me personally, I just couldn't get much like substance out of it, and it didn't help me kind of reading through the lyrics.
See, this is a song I should not enjoy. I should not like this. This is like all the things that I always harp on. Like, there's no substance, there's too much production, whatever. For some reason, I really love this song.
Interesting.
I think there is just I think it's his voice. He's got such a unique tone.
He does.
That I think that kind of carries it for me. The beat is really cool. I love the chanting as well. An interesting use of a key change, which I was caught off guard and I kind of loved.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I really enjoy that.
To each their own. It's just not my cup of tea.
Valid, but like I don't know why I enjoy this so much. I was like, okay, yeah, sure. I'm down with this. Sure. But yeah, so
that's that.
That's that.
That's our first, like, I think that's our really first, like,
major
contradiction.
Let's move to Igor Stanojević, Iza Duje, or Behind the Rainbow.
Let me look through my notes real quick.
I only wrote one thing down, and I guess I could bring that up while you look through your notes. All I wrote is Eurovision 1977 called They Want Their Song Back.
It is giving very much old Eurovision.
And not in a good way.
For
me, I don't.
I love the music. The music's lovely. It's fine.
Sure.
He's got a lovely voice.
Sure.
I enjoyed the background singers. I enjoyed the drama he tried to go for.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this would be better live. Not that it would do it much justice in the first place to me, because this is definitely gonna fade. This is definitely gonna fade in the background.
Yeah, unfortunately.
He sounds great in his belting register, though. Just overall, though, the song didn't really do much for me.
No. Unfortunate, but yeah. We've got two more in this semifinal, and up next is Boris Subotic, Nedo Stupan. Now, Boris is also returning to PZE from last year. One of our favorites. It's like all of our favorites kind of returned, at least on my end. Last year his song was Vrati Mi. And he did not make it out of the semifinal, which frustrated me a lot.
I should listen to the live version of it.
It's pretty good. It could have been better, but it's pretty good. Well
done, because this is very different than Vratimi, and I love it. I love this.
The call and response in the first chorus is my favorite part of the song. I was just like, sir, I love this.
I'm a huge fan of this. Okay, so this is also like a good level of kind of the music production I like.
Mm-hmm.
Again, amazing voice, really cute. Again, yeah, but Subotic delivering once again. I'm a huge fan of this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything comes together for me in such a wonderful way. The title translates to unavailable. I'm gonna say it, Anissa. I'm saying it.
Are you saying it?
This could win Eurovision. I said it.
I would not be mad at it. No,
I mean, this year is turning out to be a year of fucking all men. So if it's gonna be a year of men, let Boris win.
Yeah, sure. Again, great job, Boris. Would not mind a chance.
Wow. I'm sending this to Boris himself.
Not this. Nah. With that being said, I think we can move on to our last song of the final.
Sure. It's going to be Chegi and the Braka Blues Band with Svadba ili Kavga, or Wedding or Fight. They are also returning to PZE. Last year, their song was Devojko sa plamenom o očima, and they were 10th in the final.
Oh, no, because I think I do remember liking it.
You liked it, and I didn't.
And I think that's gonna be the same this year because I don't know. Oh, do you like? Oh, you actually like this?
There's something about it that I really enjoy. The vibe is there. I don't know. This just felt fun.
I did feel the same about it. To me, it was just missing a bit of a punch. But
I agree.
Aside from that, I like everything else about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm bringing it up again, but I'm a huge sucker for a brass band. As someone who did get myself involved in one in high school, I love the vibes. I love how you get this huge like gust of vocals from the start. And I love how they all came together from at the chorus. After in the verse, it's like a whole bunch of different vocals, kind of like a Lin-Manuel like production number. They blend well together. I love it when the women take the lead.
Yeah,
I prefer the women's vocals here.
I agree,
and I also prefer this. Okay, so we get ourselves a classic Eurovision key change. And I honestly prefer the second key. Prefer it to be the second key.
I do too.
Yeah. And it ends very interestingly, and I don't remember if I meant that.
I didn't love the ending. It ends kind of just like weirdly and abruptly, and I was like, this is fine. But well, that is semifinal 1. Boom. We're not taking a single break because we're going straight into semifinal 2. And we are starting with the new formation of Hurricane.
Hurricane.
But this time with the song Zumi, Zimi, Zami. Now, Hurricane formerly, what were the members' names? So, Sonia,
Ivana.
And... Oh no, babies, I'm so sorry. Hold on, I'm looking it up.
I think it's Kvinitsa.
I think so. I don't want to be mean. Hold on. They're never gonna watch this, but like I don't want to be disrespectful because I love them.
For sure.
Ivana, Ksenia, and Sonia.
I remember having like a KS at the beginning.
Yeah, Ksenia is her name. Now, this version of Hurricane, which is, I do want to point out, the same band under the same record label with completely different members.
Yeah.
This group is consisting of Giovanna, Sara, and Miona. Who is who? Unsure. The song is Zumi Zumi Zami, and I just want to know, do you want to release your stress and make a mess with Zumi Zumi Zami?
I absolutely do. I'm a huge fan of this.
Is that the lyric of the year?
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, Hurricane in its former form won in 2020, represented again in 2021 with Hasta La Vista and Loco Loco, respectively. This was a trip, and when the songs dropped on the first day, I was like, I need to hear what the new Hurricane sounds like. And so I was walking through my university campus, and I ended up just running to the bathroom while Zumi Zumi Zami came on. And I was just like in this like public restroom listening to Zumi Zumi Zami. And I will forever hold that memory close to my heart. With that said, I love this song.
I absolutely love this song.
Will Hurricane represent 3 out of the last 4 years?
All for it. Because this is such a fresh, like a new fresh take on kind of the music.
Very fresh. Yeah.
It's very fresh. the blending in the beginning. You get to hear each of the three singers.
Yeah.
The harmonies are amazing. The energy's there for me.
Yeah.
I hope we can actually hear all three of them sing, because also I noticed when her last time Hurricane performed in Eurovision, it was like I saw that Sonia. It was either Sonia or Ivana had the mic during the chorus, and they're all supposed to be singing. And
it was Sonia.
Yeah.
And Sonia, you're beautiful and you're a good dancer. I love this.
A huge fan of this.
Zummy.
Yeah, this is going on. This is going on my playlist, so this has to be playlist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my brother walked in on that song actually. Sorry.
Gag. No, you're fine.
And he's like, yes, I live. Anyways.
Nadia, not to be confused with Nađa. The song is Devočka tvog deka, or your boyfriend's girlfriend.
It nearly gave me elements of Running Out of Fucking Time.
Same. I have one major critique. I wish the whole thing was in English.
Sure.
I think it would be a lot more. I think it would be a lot better. And I don't normally say that because I love songs in these national selections, you know, in their native language. But I wish the majority of it was in English. I think it would really relate to those people like me who grew up in the 2000s with this like pop punk sort of sound. That's why Annabelle from ESCZ last year really stood out to me, because it was kind of that vibe that I grew up with. Sure. I think the song is good. I think it just needs a little bit of a revamp.
I kind of agree with that too, but I still like really enjoy this. She's got a great voice. I love the energy of it all. I think it would be better live.
Mm-hmm.
It would be a lot better live, because there's something that felt a bit off in the recording of this.
Mm-hmm. I would agree.
Yeah, but this has a lot of potential, and I would agree, like, for a revamp.
Yeah. Next is Filari with Posle Mene, or After Me.
Another dance track.
Oh, I fully wrote, is this the Serbian Hoida Boots?
Okay. I like his voice. Uh-huh. I like the verses better than the chorus. Uh-huh. To me, I put that it sounds like a generic, well-produced dance track.
Yeah.
It felt a bit too generic for my liking.
Sure.
Also, I wanted to highlight one line of the song, which I translated into English.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure no fornication is heard. That is a line in the song, except obviously it's sung in Serbian.
All right. Well,
like it kind of is giving it. I guess now that I realize it, yeah, it is giving a bit of Hoida mood.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
But yeah, I think it's fine.
It's all right. A bit too much production for my liking again, but
it's good. Next is Zaina with the song Ramba. Zaina also competed last year. I don't remember this song. I'm going to be honest. The song was Nemate. She got 14th in the final.
I gave Nemate my 12 points last year. I love Nemate.
Well,
I love Rumba as well.
It's a good song. Yeah, it's a really good song.
The singing right from the start. The rasp in her voice is everything to me. It almost gave me Waste, but better done. To me.
Now shut up and watch my waist.
To me.
Now shut up and watch my waist.
Okay, I did like that part in Waste, but if it was not that throughout the entire song, maybe I would like it a bit more. But this I really enjoy.
If the song was that, but not that. That's what you just said.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I love the amount of attitude that was added into this as well. I would love to see this live. I love the trumpets that are incorporated in it.
I really enjoy it.
I really enjoy
it. The intro is so good. It's incredibly repetitive, but I kind of don't mind that.
I didn't mind the repetition either.
I didn't mind it.
I think it was perfectly repetitive, you know?
Sure. Party. Sorry, I'm making edits right now.
You're fine.
I won't. Thank you. Like, please load faster. Thank you. Right. Next is Fraile. I don't know. Song is Neka Neka or Let It.
So this is the Azúcar Moreno of Serbia.
We had the Azúcar Moreno of Italy. Now it's the Azúcar Moreno of Serbia. I think this is fine.
I like it. It's probably kind of the same reason why I liked Garmento's song. Mm-hmm. I think they sound great together. I enjoy all the vocals. It feels very, very Southern European. Mm-hmm. I wish it was more dynamic after the first verse because similar to how we felt about Novi's Svet, it was like one place at the beginning and then it picked up to the next place and it just stayed there.
Mm-hmm. This is gonna be my perfectly solid.
Sure.
I'm not mad at the song in the slightest.
Yeah, I think I'll give them that too. Perfectly solid.
Work, divas. More women at Eurovision this year, please.
Please. No, but it stands out to me for that reason.
Mm-hmm. For sure. We're going to move to Igor Vince and Bane Lalic with Zato sto volim, or Because I Love. Bane Lalic competed last year as a part of Bane Lalic and MVP with the song Tu good je lyubav tu ne postoji mrak, and was 14th in his semifinal.
I don't think I don't remember liking their song last year.
I don't think I liked the song at all last year, and I don't love this one either.
I like this one better than last year. I can tell you that.
Okay.
I don't know. It's the brass band. I felt like the brass band kind of carried the song through. It almost gave me like an arrasando kind of feel by Thalia. Yeah, that's pretty much like all I really said about it. I love the music more than the vocals, and it's giving like very old school like b-boy.
Okay.
B-boy like music, which I love as well.
Sure. I thought it was way too much. Again, there was too much going on.
Sure.
Which has kind of been the theme of this selection. I don't know whose vocal it was, but there was a vocal that was sharp through most of it.
Sure.
In a studio version.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for being sharp in a studio version. But, yeah. Next up is Egret with Ako Shvatim Kazno. If I understand it late.
He's got an amazing voice.
And that's about it.
He's got an amazing voice and he's cute.
And that's about it.
And that's about it, unfortunately.
Yeah, the song unfortunately does nothing for me.
I'm unfortunately gonna say the same as well. I like the choruses more than the rest of the song. I enjoyed all the runs I heard. There weren't many of them, but I wish I heard more runs because I'm a huge sucker for those, especially with a tone like he does.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it just didn't go a whole lot of places for me.
Yeah, it was a good vocal, and that's really all he had going for him.
Yeah.
But the vocal is good.
It's great.
Yeah. Next is Zipsy with Gle.
No, I'm kidding.
It means thin, so I don't know if you want to say Gle like that.
I like it. I kind of enjoy this.
It's too overproduced for me again.
That's totally fair.
There's too much production on there for me. It's not my favorite.
Sure. Wait. I accidentally closed my notes. There we are. Okay. The vocals are decent. I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed the bass. That whatever bass was going on in this song kind of was my favorite part about it. I love the vibes of it all. The chorus is nice.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't go a lot of places for me, and I don't know how it's gonna translate live.
Probably not great, if I'm being honest.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, it's a song.
It's definitely a song.
It's a song.
It's a song.
Yep. Next is Igor Stanojević, or Old Man of the Day.
I don't like. I think this is the first one I'm gonna like straight up say that I'm not the biggest fan of this.
It's not for me.
It's not for me. Well, we'll say that.
It's weird.
I think it's for me. It's a bit too weird for my taste. Maybe there's something I'm missing on it from it. You know?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too.
Because I know in the kind of the video for this recording, it's just him surrounded by a whole bunch of stuffed toys. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. It's similar to like the guy holding the lobster, Luke Black. But I just didn't get it.
No, it sounds okay. It's just not for me.
Yeah, if I felt like some parts didn't really. I couldn't find the connection between one part of the song and another part of the song.
Agreed. Next, we have Helena Vlahovic, Kalgrom I Vezra Neba, or Like Thunder from Clear Skies.
It's fine.
It's just a streak of songs that I just don't particularly enjoy, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm unfortunately gonna agree with that too. She's got a nice voice.
Sure, yeah. That's the vocal is good. That's
really my only thing about it. The switch into the EDM, like the 808s kind of thing, really threw me off.
Agreed.
Yeah, this is the one that I'm like very on the fence about.
I said that the music after the first chorus was an interesting change, like that sort of like EDM switch up I didn't really particularly enjoy. Not for me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
A song I enjoy, thank God. Next is Ivona Unochima, or In the Night. Ivona competed last year. I remember enjoying this song a lot. The song was Znam.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And she placed 12th in the final.
Okay. I like the vibes. I like the vocals. That's probably all there is going for me. You definitely enjoy the song more than I do. So
I do. Yeah, I think it all comes together in a very good way. I like the production on this. I think overall it's a really solid song.
sure.
Yeah, I enjoy it. Her vocal is really what stands out here. And kind of carries it all. I wish there was a little bit more dynamic.
That's kind of what turns me off about it too.
That's fair.
Yeah, it didn't go a whole lot of places for me, and I felt like going through the lyrics as well, I felt like it could have used a bit more substance.
Sure. Valid and understandable. We're going to move on to Gift. The song is Liberta. They also competed last year with a song that I really did not enjoy. It was Chaos.
Could not tell you how that goes.
They got 13th in the final.
Sure. It's not my cup of tea.
I literally wrote vocals are fine, just not for me.
Yeah, that's really all there is for me. Like, vocals are fine, music's nice. Not for me. It sounds like it's very like indie rock, and I feel like my dad like would listen to it while he's like doing something else, you know?
Sure. Yeah, I think I would agree with that. There are definitely people that are gonna enjoy this.
Yeah.
I am not one of them.
Neither will I.
Great. Next up, Milan Bujakovic. Sure. Phenomenon in English.
Yeah.
Guess what, Anissa? He's also competed before.
Lovely.
He competed actually in the former version in 2020 called Beovizija.
Oh.
Same concept. But he competed with a woman named Olivera Popovic. The song was Niti, and they got 9th in the final in 2020.
And in 2021?
Did not compete, has not competed in a Serbian selection since.
Oh, okay.
He competed in the selection in 2020 before it happened before COVID lockdowns happened.
Sure.
So
he's cute. I think he's really cute.
Sure.
I like the vibe of it. It almost gave me a bit of like Amanya from Portugal last year.
Sure.
I love the backing vocals. He's got a nice voice. I love when he goes into the belting range though. That's kind of my favorite thing about it.
Yeah.
Also would like to acknowledge that there was a key change.
There was indeed.
And I think I liked it better in the next key as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really all there is for me. I think we're gonna do it. Yep.
Yeah,
so,
I would agree.
Yeah, so this is the part of the show where I, and I guess Logan as well, each give you the award for perfectly inoffensive. So congratulations, Milan Bujakovic.
Yeah. All I wrote was that the vocal was good, but there was nothing super special about it.
Yeah.
3 more. Next is Duo Grande, Viva la Vida.
There's a lot going on here for me.
There's too much.
I appreciate the concept of it.
Do you?
With kind of the mix between like rock and opera, I guess. But we've seen it done better in, say, like Phantom of the Opera kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
I did write a note in here, but I don't know if I feel the same. Yeah, I felt like a bit of a clash in kind of when they sung together. especially because their styles are so different.
Mhm.
I like the vibes of it overall. Just the song itself, there's way too much going on. Like
Mhm.
I felt like every like 30 seconds it would go into a different genre. So it's like every time one person sang, it would be all rock. Every time the next person sang, it would be all opera.
It wasn't a combination that worked well for me.
Yep.
I
Or
wasn't a fan of this.
yeah. I feel like it could work well, just not in this way.
Yeah. The blending of it just didn't come together in the way that it should have.
Yeah.
The penultimate song for today is Angela, Loše Prosene, or Bad Assessments.
I kind of like this.
I like it a lot.
I do like this. She's got an amazing voice.
Yes.
Her low notes really nail it for me. I think the music itself kind of throws me off with kind of the vibe she's going for, because the music kind of gives me circles.
Run around in circle, circle,
Yeah. Like
circle.
just to me, I feel like this is probably the wrong way to the music probably isn't the right compliment to her voice.
Sure.
But I did enjoy the high belts, the vibes of it all, and the way it ended, I really enjoyed as well.
Sure. Yeah, solid vocal. The high notes at the end were really great and well done. Yeah, I enjoy it. Last up, Doris Milosevic with Tishina or Silence.
It's nice.
It's nice.
Sorry.
It's nice. Lovely vocal. Perfectly fine song. It sounds really 80s, and it's giving me a specific reference, but I can't think of what it is.
Sure. The voice blending actually really sells it for me. The voice blending's nice. She herself has great vocals. It just doesn't. It's missing a punch for me, and it doesn't go a whole lot of places.
Agreed.
But I feel like it has a lot of potential, and I wouldn't mind hearing a revamp of it.
Sure. Well, we've come to the point in our program where we must give out points.
I think this is the first time we've gone over an hour. And now we're about to give out points.
Maybe the first time this year.
Yeah, maybe the first time this year.
Maybe. But all right. Would you like to begin with your honorable mentions?
Sure. So we each picked 3 honorable mentions because, there were definitely more than 10 songs we both can say we liked, or had positive feelings towards. So with that being said, my honorable mentions in no particular order, I don't know what came out of me,
Sure.
were Angela with Loše Prosen, Fragile with Neka Neka, and Igor and Bain with Satosto Volim.
Well, we do have one in common, so that's fun.
That is fun, yes.
My honorable mentions are going to be Nadia, Angela, and Filari.
Sure. My 1 point will be going to Miss Tijana with Mamim.
Oh, wow. Interesting. My 1 point is going to go to Nađa.
Sure.
Not to be confused with Nadia.
Yes. My 2 points are going to be going to Stefan Shy with Pillow to Pillow.
Cool. My 2 points are going to go to Ivona Unochima.
Sure. My 3 points are going to be going to Nadia. Not to be confused
with Nađa. Great. My 3 points are going to Ramba.
Oh, okay. No, I'm happy she's on your list.
Okay.
My 4 points are gonna be going to Filip Baloš with Novi drugi.
My 4 points are going to Princ.
Sure. Wait, let me make a last minute switch here. Not that we have gotten there yet. So with that being said, my 5 points, correct? Yes. My 5 points will be going to Nađa. Not to be confused with
Nadia. My 5 points very happily will be going to Tijana Dapčević.
And that makes me happy. My 6 points will be going to Miss Angellina with Lanac.
My 6 points also go to Angellina.
It's been a while.
We did it.
We finally did it after how long?
A lot.
With that being said, my 7 points will be going to Princ with Istoka.
I think you gave this person 4 points as well. My 7 points go to Stefan.
Oh no, I gave Stefan 2.
Oh,
but it does make
me 4, and that would have been really fun. But anyway,
right? It does make me happy to see him.
Dojastuka.
Yes, it makes me happy to see him high on your list, though. My 8 points will be going to our lovely fan favorite Serbian Boris Subotic with Nerostupan.
Whoa. Okay. All right. My 8 points. Again, I can't tell you why. It goes to Savoperovic.
Oh, God.
Presidente. I don't know why.
I didn't think it'd be that high on your list.
It was.
Okay, sure.
It was.
But to each their own. Just not my thing.
Mm-hmm.
My 10 points are gonna be going to Rumba.
Okay, yeah. My 10 points go to Zumi Zumi Zami.
Damn. Okay. So, what's your 12 points?
You'll see.
Oh no, that's not your 12.
Just give your 12.
Okay. My 12 points will be going to Hurricane with Zumi Zumi Zami.
I'm very happy to say that my 12 points go to Nerostupan.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
That actually makes me really happy.
I love this song. Well, that's that. Serbia is done. We have to wait until March 4th to figure out which, probably man, will be representing Serbia.
Yeah.
But that's that. We're going to get out of here.
Yeah. I feel like our only hope for it to not be a man from Serbia is Hurricane. That's probably our best.
Or Angellina.
Or Angellina could do it too.
Yeah. So subscribe, like, share, hit the notification bell, do all the things. Bye.
Biti strava. Biti strava. Biti strava. Biti strava. Biti strava. Biti strava. Može.